Hello, valued viewers. I hope you're all doing very well. Today we've got George with us. What's going on today, George?
We're going to do an attack on the Vegas map. So the Americans are going to attack the Russians in Ukraine, even though we're going to use the Vegas map. All right, we're going to go over just like a standard military situation, mission, execution, support communications. For those of you that don't speak military, that's past, present, future, packing list, and phone numbers. Okay, so here's the situation. We're going to go over the enemy stuff. Russia has invaded Las Vegas. They've taken over McCarran International Airport. They have tanks. They have HIMAD SAM. In this case, they're using an S-350 that we've figured out from signals intelligence satellites, and they have Tor Red. And we want to try to get in there against that. They also have fighters in both Boulder City and Jean, you can see in south of Las Vegas. We also understand from signals intelligence that somewhere in Las Vegas they have helicopters, T-72 tanks, and SA-19 Tungustas patrolling through the city, and they could be recalled at any minute depending on where we land. We just don't know where they are because they're always moving around. S-350 SAM site reaches quite a ways. It has a 120-kilometer range. We're based out of Groom Lake right now. That 350 site has 36 missiles ready to fire, and they can reload in 5 minutes. They present our biggest danger to trying to get into Las Vegas. In Jean and Boulder City, there are 20 MiG-29Ss out there. And in Boulder City, we know there are at least 32 Su-27s and, strangely, 8 MiG-31s. As far as what's patrolling, we do think that there are T-72s and Tungustas. If we manage to take out the S-350, if you get too low, you're going to have to deal with the Tungustas at low level. You can avoid them if you go higher, but then you got to deal with fighters. There are also Hind helicopters that can reinforce with troops. We expect wherever we decide to land, they could reinforce. Our mission is the Grim Reapers are going to capture McCarran International today from the Russian forces in order to, and this is the why we're doing, in order to allow Ukrainian forces to recapture their sovereign country against the tyrannical Russian invaders. Our execution, we've got 5 stages. We're going to suppress the air defenses. We're going to gain air superiority. We're going to create a SHORAD corridor. Then we're going to do an air assault, which is a parachute drop of ground troops. And then we're going to prepare for counter assault. This is what we've seen stationary at McCarran Air Force Base. A good number of tanks, Tors, and Tungustas, as well as the S-350 site on the far southwest. We're going to start with volleys of MLRS ATACMs out of our base in Groom Lake. And that should suppress the HIMAD systems. Whatever's left, we'll have to clean up with the parachute drop. We have a Patriot battery set a little bit forward. We got that set up last night. It should be able to help us on our ingress. We expect that there should be 2 patrols of 4 enemy aircraft each patrolling Vegas at any point, and they will rotate because they're going to be on a 3-hour patrol. But we're on attack, so we get to go when we want. We're going to send a couple of groups of F-15s out to clear the way for us. Anything else they need is going to be supported by the Patriots. Along the way, we're going to make sure that we can resupply. We have Hercules aircraft that we dropping NASAMS a corridor along the way because the Patriots are a high to medium system, and we wanted some SHORAD support, so we'll be dropping those all the way in to McCarran. Once we get to McCarran, we will parachute 150 troops out along the runway. We suspect that they may meet resistance. After they've secured the airport, we'll be actually landing with C5s and dropping off equipment. Now, in this case, we had some graphic issues, so we're not actually going to land our C5s, but they will be carrying tanks and Rolands. We're not exactly sure how the counter-assault will work, but we do know that they have up to an entire battalion of tanks. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Soviet doctrine of organization, there are 3 tanks in a platoon. There are 3 platoons in a company plus the company commander, so that would be 10 tanks. And then there are typically 3 companies in a battalion plus the battalion commander, so we would see 31 tanks. If you ever saw 13 tanks, for example, you can expect that you haven't seen the rest of the 31. We expect that there are 31 tanks in the area. How they get back to the airport, we're not sure, because we know they're patrolling all the way through Vegas. They also have an attached support of Tungustas with them. They're not just going to be an easy target on the ground. We expect once we land in the airbase that enemies will launch a counter-assault of fighters, Su-27s, MiG-29s, and MiG-31s.
Welcome in. First, a single player overview. Off we go. Let's have a look at some units first of all.
So we're starting with an airborne launch. We don't need to worry about doing all the takeoff stuff. And right behind them will be the F-15s. They're going to be a lot faster, so we wanted the cargo planes to take off first.
Roger. Here are the MLRS.
And that should be going for ground targets in McCarran.
So the primary defense is the S-350, George.
Correct.
But lots of other shore rad.
There are some Tors that have some anti-ballistic capability at short range. The primary is going to be the S-350.
Here come the Russian fighters.
And they are reacting to the attack, so they're moving in.
Let's look at the forward-placed Patriot site.
And the Patriots, right, they can almost reach McCarran, but not quite.
That's S-350 firing. Yep.
Right, the 350 should be after the ATACMs.
Yep.
Because they have the anti-ballistic capability.
Smash.
Downside of the HIMARS system is that if you take out part of it, usually the whole system goes down. As opposed to the SHORAD system is completely independent.
Some got through.
Now there'll be a second wave of ATACMs to clear things up, but that for the most part allows us to get our aircraft through, and we should be able to do our parachute drop.
That S-350 is now down. Ah, look at this.
Right. Now the PAC missiles are really doing a number on the enemy aircraft.
That's it. MiGs and Sukhoi down. Right.
Right.
What's going on here with these guys then?
The Hercules should be doing parachute drops of vehicles, or all our SHORAD equipment. And that's the second wave of ATACMs going through, making sure we clean up as many targets as we can.
Okay, we have dropping. That's very clever. You got this to work, George. I couldn't get this to work. They just fall through the ground for me. So, Avengers and NASAMs, yeah?
Right, that's just part of the SHORAD corridor as they go down. You gotta admit, it would really be scary to be on the receiving end of that.
Yep.
I think we've seen the meteor shower.
So it looks like the ATACMs didn't clear everything out, which we didn't expect it would. So our parachute troops are going to be landing in a hot LZ.
So F-15Es are on cap today. A-10s, mixed ground attack.
Right. And we are really concerned about that counterstrike, so that's why we're planning for it ahead. We're sending a lot of A-10s out. There should be F-16s coming along, but they're so fast that we had them take off a little bit late. Now, if you click on the weapons ranges up top, you can actually see how the SHORAD is progressing as they parachute drop out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Right, so you've made a corridor from the Patriot SAM towards the hostile base.
Actually, it's pretty much from Groom Lake.
Yeah.
Because Groom Lake already had equipment down.
Yeah.
It'll go all the way out. It's a tougher line to see because it's such a light blue line.
C5s, right?
Around, yeah, the C5s will be carrying tanks. Now, right now, there's only 2 American aircraft that can carry tanks, C5s and C-17s. The big complaint about the C5s is that they use so much more runway than the C-17s. And so the C-17s, according to the guys that were selling these things, it was a pretty good sales pitch. The C-17s could land at 90% of the worldwide airports as opposed to 10% by the C-5s if they were fully loaded.
So F-15s have secured the area, or the airspace.
And I think there's one more SHORAD site that we're going to drop off just at the edge of town. And the F-15s right now are just patrolling, making sure that the troops can get on the ground safely.
C5s are coming in. Last drop now for the Hercs.
All right, they're on finals.
Are these dropping the troops, George?
They are. There should be 30 per aircraft.
That's kind of impressive. Where now, George?
Well, the C5 should be coming in behind them,
geez.
and it's cinematically, it's not as impressive. It's magic dropped them in there. But, the idea is that they would actually land, drop off their equipment, and secure the base. Because it would be difficult for them to do that without the parachute drop.
Roger.
And that's as low as I can get them. I kept trying to get them lower to the ground, and at this point, this is when the tanks would and support equipment. There's a SHORAD detachment of Roland's in there, and there you go. They're all over the place. So we took a little programming leeway on that. And I think at this point, if you go to F10, what you'll see is there they are.
Ooh.
The enemy has decided to counterstrike. And this is what we expect. We expect that the enemy is going to fly in all their planes because they finally know where we landed. And ground forces know where we're at, so they're rolling in to take it back. We're not sure if the enemy has an entire battalion or if part of the battalion was already securing the airfield. So there could be more in the actual counterstrike than this rehearsal, for sure.
NASAMs. Are these the NASAM missiles? They are, aren't they?
Yeah, there's NASAMs out here. The ones that are closest to town. We have Roland actually on McCarran, and we have a whole bunch of A-10s out there firing Maverick missiles, which should be the bulk of the defense. The Russians have helicopters out there trying to push in a counter-assault as well. We expect that the MiG-24 helicopters have anti-aircraft missiles.
Roger.
They should be able to dogfight.
Friendly fire! Ha ha! Oof.
Pretty hectic
It really is.
strikes. Now, for anybody that wants to fly one of the 810s, you do have cluster munitions that we... Hey, did we really want to use cluster munitions inside the city? Well, we don't want to lose, so...
Friggin' hero tank. Wowee. He's going to take the McCarran back himself, George. Must be
He
you.
might.
That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of tanks.
Mm-hmm. They finally got this guy. Wow, look at all this stuff. Where have all this... Oh no, it's the troopers and stuff. Yep, got it. Oh, look at them. Look at them spread their BLUs. Look at that. Jesus, hit the tree. Luckiest tank driver ever. They got him. They got him. Great, George. So, just to help the viewers understand and me, do you want to do a quick summary of what happened and the steps that happened, and then we'll go and run it for multiplayer?
Well, we do our initial launch of aircraft, and then we do it. We plan an opening fire of ATACMS. So that's our opening fires. Just trying to take out as many ground targets as we can, and in particular, it's that S-350 HIMAD Russian site. If we don't take out or disable that site, we have to retreat because we just can't get into anywhere close to that base with the HIMAD still up. Once we confirm the HIMAD's down, we proceed with everything else. We make sure we establish our SAM corridor with the C-130 aircraft dropping vehicles out the back. We get in close. We make sure that we have we've cleared out any air threats. We gain our air superiority. We drop our troops, and then we prepare for the counter-assault. And that's the plan.
Roger, we're going to run a similar version, but with multiplayer now, viewers. Welcome in. I'm going to be F-15C, Strider F-15E, George F-15C, Cannonball is going to be a baddie, MiG-29. Right, let's punch it, humans.
Heavy 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 152, 470, 7,000, cold.
Right, so we've left the F-10 map on full because this is not... It's just kind of a tactical thing. We want to show you what's going on. Ah, I see there's lots more baddies this time, George. What's going on here?
Well, apparently our signals intelligence is wrong, or apparently the enemy may have figured out what we're doing. Looks like they're launching against us.
Alright, so this is going to be a lot harder than we thought then. Okay, ATACMS are up. Oof, that's a lot. Patriot is firing. Patriot is really firing. Patriot is all kinds of mad, guys.
You should. There's a lot of them out there.
Ooh, that's a lot to look at, viewers. Are the ATACMS going to get through this time, George? I'm presuming so.
Oh, I know that there's still that S-350 site that's going to present an issue.
Ooh, it just took a big... No, correction. Yep, S-350 hit.
There you go. So we're good to proceed.
Yeah.
All these fighters.
Roger, they do appear to be taking a thorough beating from the Patriot. Okay, and the first F-15 is now firing. Right, time to get involved, viewers. Jesus, look at those F-15Es. Every time I lock something, it blows up. Yep, they are getting smashed, smashed, smashed.
Got flanked away.
Ooh, looks like you chose the wrong side, Cannonball.
Wait, there was a choice?
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. Someone got to be baddies.
Missile 12 o'clock high. Missile 6 o'clock low.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Jeez, look at that. I'm getting chased by a friggin' adder. Wow. Sorry I've missed it all, viewers, but a lot is happening in very little time. And this sucker is chasing my face in. Second battery of attackums heading in. Recommitting. Uh-oh, we've completely run out of frontline fighters, and the Hercs are next, guys. We've got to go in and win a lot.
Flash one.
More of that, please.
I'm on a defensive.
Shoot. Shoot.
We need you out here, George.
See what I can do.
Shoot. Shoot. Missile 12 o'clock low.
Oh, damn it. Cap defensive. Oh, this battle nasty. Hercs not damaged yet. Alright guys, just in the nick of time, the NASAMs were laid down by the Hercs and they're shooting down the last MiGs. That is as close as I like to call it, but they're still in threat. Turning back in. Strider, that guy in front of you is a priority.
Got a missile on me.
Come on, come in. Where are you, son of a bitch? Watch, I'm looking for him. Yeah, I see your bod. Got him.
Shoot. Shoot.
Son of a bitch, he was down in the canyons with you.
Shoot. Shoot. Missile 12 o'clock low.
God damn it. Ah. Got him. And survived. Oh, man. One more left. Alright, you son of a bee. And he's got through to the Hercs. Let's go and get him. I found him. Okay, I'm chasing one back to McCarran.
Shoot. Shoot.
Fire cannonball.
Shoot. 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 Shoot.
Yeah, Gasson.
Shoot. 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 Shoot.
Airspace secured.
Looks like.
That was cool, George. That was cool. What next?
Well, we've got to secure the airspace around Vegas to make sure that our cargo planes get through.
Roger. Well, I've still got a little bit of fuel in one missile, so I'm staying on station until the end in that case. Because I'm the only guy out here.
Good hunting. Signals intelligence says we're hearing a lot of chatter from enemy sources. They apparently know we're inbound and they're scrambling their forces, so prepared for counterstrike.
Counter-strike possible. Visual on fast F-15E reinforcement. Visual on the target base. About 30 miles out. Herc's approaching 20 miles out. I think they've got one more base to lay down. Oh shit, I'm spiked. There's a MiG-29 there's a MiG-29.
Looks like Cannonball.
Where is he? Strider, did you see that? 25 miles.
What's your altitude?
I'm deck. He is...
Missile 12 o'clock low.
Scratch it. I've got to go evasive.
Missile 12 o'clock
I saw him on a
low.
vector of 150 low. I put an AMRAAM on him. You son of a bitch. Recommitting. I'll stay low. Hercs have laid their last base. Whoop-de-whoop. Alright, they are now going to lay the paratroopers down, so we've got to push him back from the base. So just keep him peppered.
Looks like he's trying to move outside the NASAMS range, so that helps out.
Yeah. Hercs are 10 miles from the target.
Fox 3 again.
Nice. Got him pincered. We've got one at 30,000 feet. We've got me down low. There is not much he can do to get in, viewers. He's going for the Hercs. I'm throwing everything at him.
I have vision.
Shoot. Shoot.
Cap ACM.
Missile 12 o'clock low.
It's loud.
Yep.
Missile 12
I'm going to die, but I'm going to
o'clock
take him. He's down. Oof. Just in time. Right, I'm going to have my second plane. Let's try to make sure it doesn't get near those Hercs.
The Hercs look like they're about to drop.
Shoots out. Oopsie. Alright, George. That's 150 paratroopers down. Well, almost down.
And there should be a fight going on down there.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yep, here they are. Ah, smash.
All right. Well, enemy knows where we've landed. Be prepared for counterstrike.
Roger. Alright,
Good hunting,
next.
gentlemen.
Next phase, guys. Plus the galaxies are coming in.
Now, one intrigue I have, would the forces drop from the C5 and the C-130 be able to survive the counter-strike on their own?
So he's saying without air cover, he's saying if there was no air cover, could they survive the counter-strike, George?
Not a chance. I've seen it a couple of times. It runs it over. It's
Roger. So you need that air support to stop those T-72s or whatever they were.
Copy.
Yep, our tanks are there.
Gentlemen, the counterstrike is a little bit bigger than we thought. It is an entire battalion counterstriking, so we're looking at 31 tanks.
Okay then. Big counter-strike this time, guys. Do a thing. Viewers, I'm going to try and watch as much as I can.
There's a lot of fighters coming in from the south.
Not for long. Nasam's just friggin' found him. Does my work for me. There's a lot of stuff happening, guys.
There's still a lot of Tunguskis out there.
Yeah. Wow, airspace freaking cleaned out. Poor old Cannibal just ran into a wall of F-15Es. Strider, you got any active bandits? Or you air to ground?
Pontiac 1-1.
Air to ground.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 22347
Okay.
at 4,000 knots.
All the surface-to-air missiles are out. The
Yep.
only thing left with air-to-air capability are the helicopters.
Yep.
Try smashing into a different bird, it might have missiles already loaded.
Just tried that, and they all appear to be empty.
Strider, lots of tanks to the east and southeast still.
I'm actually losing lock on my tanks.
Unknown. Oh man, they're getting chewed up. Chewed up. Just searching for any stragglers. Yeah, just a few stragglers left, guys. Oh, in the friggin' face.
That was like a bloody Michael Bay movie.
That was good, wasn't it, guys?
Ask for some federal assistance to rebuild.
Yes. We will need to rebuild this, George. We can't just blow it up.
It'll be hard for Vegas to gamble.
Still some left, guys.
That's good.
Sorry, downtown Vegas or Nevada or whatever the hell this place is called. But USAF is involved, so there's all sorts of collateral, Simba. 2 tanks still alive somehow. There's a bad A10ing going on, viewers.
Oh man, he's hitting Spaghetti Junction. He's got to pull the map out. He's lost.
He's Russian. Oh, that's gonna get him. That's gonna get him.
Those are actually working as smoke screens, making it a lot
We apologise again, local populace.
The tank is driven by Chuck Norris, commanded by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and gunned by Huey Lewis. I forgot about the other people next to them.
Simba, someone just go and do it yourself. Here comes George. Here comes George. Go on, George. George had to do it himself. 1 tank left. Oh, someone just smashed his little face in. Oh, they got him. They got him with a Goway.
Oh, looks like we got Cannonball up.
Right, let's take Cannibal out one more time then. He needs punishing. And you all know that. Oh, someone got him.
Trim it out.
Someone got him. That'll probably be one of our legions of guys. Done, George. Successfully defended. And a bit of fun as well. Debrief from yourself.
So, textbook how it goes. We did count on a little leeway on the ingress, but that's an airborne invasion. That's what we wanted to try to show today.
Well done, George. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed that. And bye-bye.